faster.
Glad to get that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Is it helpful to have that relationship with Matt and Smith and Jackson? Like, they know you from back in Temple, where if you need to step away, pretty.
Yeah, I just think that's a normal thing in any professional, life is real, family matters, that's a priority of mine, things like that, but I think that's like kind of like a normal thing.
Robby, how would you do tonight at Top Golf?
I don't know. I actually been working on my swing over the off season. I had done like golf for real, so I got a little technique now, so I should do pretty good.
You got formal lessons? You got lessons?
I learned from the instructor a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So
Can you hit it long?
Yeah.
Have you been much of a golfer before this offseason?
Nah, I've been to Top Golf a couple times though, but
Robby, what are these joint practices the next couple of weeks gonna be like? As a veteran, do you like them? Do you dislike them?
I just my biggest thing is like thinking about those. I just hope that like both sides respect like each other's safety and be professionals, especially like the younger guys that's trying to prove themselves.
I agree.
That's my
is
biggest thing of it. Treating each other like we're still like how we would treat our own teammates. So nothing construes injuries, things like that. That's my biggest concern of that.
Were you involved in any with the Jets where that line got crossed?
Not really. Not really. I partaked in my third season in the NFL against the Washington Redskins, but nothing like that. That I experienced. A little scuffle actually between our defense and their offense, but like our side of the ball versus their side of the ball, we didn't have no problems that I remember.
Mentioned safety. I know you weren't there Friday.
So the Jets and the Redskins this fight.
Did you care one way or another about BLA switching to the grass?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I wish that it was still worth the grass. That was one thing I really enjoyed when I came to Carolina, like from playing up there in MetLife and dealing with the turf. I really did like playing on that grass, but it is what it is. Like it's what we got to deal with. So
I feel like we should have kept grass too, Robby.
It feels a lot different. I mean, but it was brand new. But it's just something got to get used to.
Anything you can share about why you were gone, family matter?
No. That's personal.
Do you feel like grass is inherently safer?
David Newton is so stupid. I hate David Newton.
If it has like a different, it's natural. Turf is fake.
You guys all good?
Are you gonna wear your ring tonight?
Nah. Thank you. Appreciate it, but nah. Not yet.
All right, appreciate it, Rob.
David Newton is an idiot. Well, that's the end of the press conference. Let's watch this on Reddit because I didn't see this one either.
Over the last couple weeks playing?
Just everybody's getting better, day by day. Feeling like we're knocking out more of the small mistakes, which will allow us to focus on the bigger things, which is technique and things like that. But I feel like everybody is in the playbook as of right now. And as of right now, I'm not seeing that many assignment errors.
That's good to know.
I know a lot of the game as a pass rusher is building off each other. How much have you, Ryan, and Derek, the rest of the D-line and linebackers tried to learn each other's games to build off each other?
Man, I talked to Brian the most. So me and Burns, man, we literally talk every day about pass rush. We've been coming out early, working on stuff, staying out a little bit later after practice, working on things, things about what I saw the day in practice, what he saw the day in practice, just working on our game and trying to be better. Which is you want to see that, right? Because at the end of the day, even though it's some competition, we are still on the same side of the ball, still a team, and we both want to eat. So.
You think it's going to be any internal competition to see who can get the most sacks?
Oh, most definitely, man. We already made a bet. Whoever loses owes the other a go-kart. So, or like one of the little golf carts. So, definitely, it should be fun.
I'm very interested in seeing who wins this.
Get one.
It's when we watched Dan Arnold make a lot of plays the first 2 weeks. You were with him in Arizona. What did you see about his game? Are you seeing a lot of the same things here or more?
First time I seen Dan in Arizona, he made a catch and immediately we got to get you in the game. Man, the guy, he's a tall guy, can go up and get it, explosive when it comes to jumping. Really good route runner. Dan, I know he's gonna make plays this year. But I love his game, man. Like I said, he's explosive. He can jump high. He can go up and get the ball, and that's what you want, right?
What you're the channel. What
That
have you
is.
had of him so far? And I'm just trying to say, he did what you're doing last year a lot. Now he's back playing safety.
Just looking at Chen, man. He's always running to the ball, high energy guy, young guy with a lot of energy. Basically, he's a racer. When bad plays is, when the ball breaks or it hits, he's there to stop it. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. Young, full of energy, ready to go. He looks good, and I'm excited to see what he does this season as well.
Chin on ball this
You
season.
guys go live goal line today. I mean, Matt talked about there's a different energy. The ones we're asking for more reps. What's it like in camp when you know that's coming and that's the thing on the script that day?
Goal line is a man's game. The game itself is a man's game, but goal line is a man's game. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like there's no way around it.
Playing 9-on-7, and the
battle,
defense was asking for more reps.
Get the most push. So the fact that we were out there going live, you love to see it because you don't know how many times in a year you're going to be on the goal line during the season, but when it happens, it's time to really bring it. Like we gotta get knocked back, we gotta get pushed back for offense. We gotta get in it. We gotta get in the end zone. So it's a man's game.
Couple more guys. Agreed. Defensively in that goal line stand.
Man, a couple guys. But for me, Patty Fisher, man. As the ones were off, and I got to watch what was going on. Patty was just coming downhill, man, and bringing it, and you love to see it. I think he forced one. I think he had a forced fumble today, and I seen him make like 2 tackles after that in the backfield.
I think he forced 2, but a fumble.
Does the way this year is structured allow you to kind of be more instinctive with your game and not necessarily worried about rules? You just go out and play football.
Play free, man. I could play free. Which I had talked to with Snow, Coach Al, Bravo, those guys before I came here. Was basically about coming here and letting me do what I was successful at in Arizona last year, and the fact that I'm here and I'm able to actually do these things is love, man.
Any more questions, guys? And Bill Snow, he's talking for a while now. How would you describe him, and what do you see him doing here that may be similar or different than what you saw?
Snow, man, he's the same to me, man. A knowledgeable guy. Really football guy. Like the most football guy I know. Eat, sleep, breathe football. And he's always been a smart coordinator. He's always been good at taking the pieces and putting them in the best place. Never playing checkers, always chess. and I love him as a DC. You know, I love him as a DC. As I stated earlier, before I came here, I talked to him, asked him, what would I be doing? And as easy as could be, the things that you do best. And that's all, that's a guy like me, that's all that I want to hear. A guy who was out of place for my first 3 years, that's what you want to hear. Use me to my ability, use me to my strengths, and so far that's been happening.
Facts. Because people used to try to write off Hassan Reddick as a bust.
Oh, that was just a bet we made. It's a little hill. Nobody likes walking up the hill. It is what it is. But I think it's cool, to have a stylish golf cart, customized for you for training camp or maybe for practice. He came up with the idea, and I loved it. I loved it. I think I could look real good. In a golf cart kicking back cool.
Any plans for how you deck it out?
I haven't thought about it yet, but if I win, I'll definitely be texting him everything that I want. I want a speaker. I want 22-inch rims on it. I love it, man. It'll make the season fun, and it'll push both of us to the top of our game.
Facts. It'll make you competitive. He was talking about his and Brian Burns bet on the sacks. Whoever loses has to buy the other one a golf cart. Let's look at this one. I don't remember which day this is from.
I think he just got some back tightness. So he's actually not going to be here tomorrow anyway. He was excused for personal thing for him months ago. So I just said, hey, get him inside, get him treated, because he's going to have to get on a plane here soon. Yeah, that's a personal issue back in Florida he's dealing with. So hopefully we'll get him back here soon. But I told him
yesterday.
To me,
or
family and
maybe day before
stuff like that's more important than anything else. So I said, hey, go handle it and come on back when you can. I think Terrace is doing a good job. Trying to move
yesterday
around.
from when he was
I've been
running.
really pleased with Shai Smith. I think one of the standouts at camp so far has been C.J. Saunders.
Mm-hmm.
I always pay attention to the quarterbacks. I think they would love that. They love throwing him the ball. They know he's going to go get it. Omar Bayless. I think we've had a lot of guys, So, we're trying to force feed Terrace and bring him along as fast as we can.
What do you notice about the competitiveness of the team when you have these more goal line, short yardage type practice?
Oh yeah, it's from yesterday.
Yeah, I think there's two things. You come off a day off, and a lot of teams usually can come out lethargic. I'd say last week after a day off, I wasn't too pleased. I think secondly, when you say, hey, it's gonna be live goal line, it's short yards, it's 9-on-7, it's team run. You find out a little bit about your team, right? Do they push back or do they accept it? I mean, our guys at the end are the ones who are screaming to go out there again. So, it's live goal line. They got their 4 reps and they wanted one more shot. So, that part of it I like. We have a lot of things we have to work on, but that part of it, at least today, I liked.
And if you could touch with Robby, or you just sort of tell him?
Oh yeah, I talked to Robby, and really Frizz. Frizz has been coaching for a long time, so Frizz talks to him. So, I mean, all of our guys, when they go through things, I stay as in touch as they want me to. They don't need me to be invasive, but they do know that I'm always there.
What do you learn when they put, for second guys all in together? They get you do a lot of that.
I think we do that. I think we do that all the time, really. The only prerequisite is you can't put a guy in with the ones who's going to get somebody hurt. So if a guy show that they can practice, well, I mean, a lot of guys just need an opportunity. And so a guy like Daquan, we go live goal line, and maybe I give him 2 reps, then put Bravion in as a 1, see what he can do. Then I maybe put Phil Hoskins in. So I want to give guys opportunities to show what they can do, and that's kind of always been our philosophy. Just get guys in there, and maybe someone flashes.
Who's a guy who I guess probably didn't think you could give responsibility to when this camp began, that you're saying, okay, maybe I can actually throw some things over the guys?
I wouldn't say there's anyone I didn't think that. I would say as always, there's a couple guys flashing at camp. I mentioned C.J. Saunders. I don't think you come out to a practice. I don't think you've been in a practice where Sean Chandler hasn't batted a ball or intercepted a ball. He plays with tremendous energy. When he makes a thud or something, you can see the whole defense comes running out. I think they feed off that. But I think for the most part, most of our guys, that we were expecting a lot from, they're coming out there. They're being pretty consistent. Julian Stanford's a guy that, his primary role last year was as a special teams player, really a special teams captain almost for us. And he's playing linebacker for us right now. And he's showing that he deserves to be in the mix. So,
I hadn't heard that. Julian Steph
going through joint practice and the game this Sunday, but as of right now, those are a couple guys maybe that flashed.
Has anyone stood out to you in the back of running back competition?
I think Rodney Smith has looked really, really quick. When he came here last year, the poor guy was just coming off of COVID. Then we released him, and he came back in the middle of the season. He looks really quick. I think Chuba's done a lot of really good things. Spencer Brown, I think he's a guy that would keep an eye on. Darius obviously being out right now. So I would say I'm pleased with the group, but I couldn't tell you who's ahead of who. I think a lot of it is, young running backs. I want to see them have to pick up blitzes with the quarterback when he's live. I want to see them, run the football. Like we pull it on the ground in the goal line there. So the games will be vital.
Fumbling doesn't help, but I'm interested to see the running back room in our preseason game against Indianapolis.
Same thing. He's obviously not a point of attack blocking Y, and so he has to be a functional blocker and a willing blocker, which he is. And I think we're doing a nice job, and just doing a nice job of utilizing him that way, so that when he's on the field, it's not always a pass. So I think he's working on that part of his game, but I think he does the nuances of the game at a high level. He's been around some good coaches. He's been around. He was talking to me the one day about things he's learned from like Larry Fitzgerald. He's been around some guys who modeled him like that. And then, he's, as he said to me one day, he came up from Division III football. He's grateful for everything he has and grateful for every opportunity. So he's when you hear us talk about the brand and things like that, that's kind of what they look like right there.
Yeah, with Davion Nixon, how has he looked through a couple weeks of camp? I know for rookies, a lot of time it's a lot to throw at him. How's he responded?
He might be the best singer of all the rookies. Beautiful voice. Him and Thomas Fletcher, beautiful voices. Davion Nixon, I've been very pleased with. I think he's shown some quickness. I think he's shown some explosiveness. The key is, and we talk to our guys about this all the time, who can handle the volume, just the repetitive nature of training camp. And so heading into this, third week, we'll see. But I've been pleased with Davion.
I want Davion to get a little bit of play too.
I mean, he was good the other night.
Definitely looks like a special talent.
We ran all those plays. He's a guy that we're going to continue to try to get on the field. Very mature, can pass set. I think he's a really good prospect.
At a week and a half, I guess, of seeing Sam, how would you evaluate how he's looking?
I think he's looked very comfortable.
Right.
I think he's for a guy that there's a lot of questions about decision making. I think he's made a lot of really good decisions.
I agree.
He's a grinder. He's coachable. So I've been nothing but pleased with Sam. I think when he does something that we don't want and we tell him right away, it's got it. Just moves on. So
I'd say hanging on to your mistakes. I like that.
I've been very pleased.
Obviously, that's the leadership position. He's the new guy. How do you balance and trying to lead the team while still trying to get his own game?
Yeah, I've challenged him just to get his own game right. We have plenty of guys like that, and I think as the quarterback, as he starts to produce, as he makes plays, invariably guys listen to him and follow him. My challenge to him has been, hey, lead by being the first guy on the field, lead by always knowing what to do, lead by being the most coachable, and I think he's done that. So, there's going to be some good days, some bad days, but for the most part, we have a lot of good days so far.
As a quarterback, when you ball out, they're going to follow you anyway.
Say that one more time.
There's some horrid singers out there too.
Yeah, I mean. We've seen some bad things, but there's been a couple of hot spots, high spots. So, and that includes the coaches too. We make all the rookie coaches. We invite them to sing. So we've had some bad coaches too. I think I did it last year. It's on a tape. So he has it on a tape somewhere hidden. I probably wasn't very good. I don't even remember. I don't remember what I did. So
Couldn't have been that. Everyone forgot it.
Yeah. Very unmemorable. So.
Well, that's where I'm gonna stop right there. A couple reactions and thoughts as we're listening to the press conferences. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Please subscribe. We are on the quest for 1,000 subscribers. And I appreciate anybody who's part of the Money Squad. And make sure when you subscribe that you hit the notification bell. This is your boy, Mr. Timo 1993. I'm out. What up, Kendall? Appreciate you tuning in, big bro.